It's a week of webisodes time again, and we're happy to bring you more of Hunkydory. So every day this week, it's all going to be about Hunkydory and unique things that they're bringing us, starting with this one.
This is a kit that has 3 different kinds of cards you can make. You're going to make a notelet box, ribbon weave acetate cards, and a reveal card, all with those shiny Hunkydory accents.
And that's what I really love about this whole week of webisodes. So come play with us. So just like Gail said, here they are.
Here they are.
And they actually come in one package, but individually packaged within that.
Yeah. That's right. So all of the things you need for each one of these kits are put together in one package, and then all 3 go together. Floral Moments Notelet Set, the Birthday Treats Ribbon Weave Acetate Card Kit.
Got that.
And the a la mode card kit, and this is the bookmark reveal. You'll be able to make 4 cards of these, 4 of these, and 1 notelet box with 8 cards and envelopes that fit in there.
So we're going to slide these 2 away and come into this one so we can kind of delve into what's going on.
So this beautiful Floral Moments notelet set, and it's so gorgeous with that gold foiling.
And there are some instructions, but of course we're going to show you.
Right.
And so you're going to see this is the base, right?
This is, these are going to go onto the card base. So these are actually going to form your pockets. You're going to have 2 pockets, lots of little sentiments here, which are going to go onto the cards.
And the foil.
Yeah.
And here is the base. So the outside.
The outside and the inside. You'll need 2 pieces to create the notelet base.
And these are scored for you.
Right.
And then we're getting into the cards, right.
There are 8 of these cards. They are printed, they're not foiled, but one of the things I like, if you look at one of the edges here, it already has lovingly handmade just for you on the back of each one of these, and they are on different sides, so some of them will be horizontal, some of them will be vertical.
And the artwork is very watercolory, very
beautiful.
Pretty.
Really pretty pastel-like florals, and all you have to do is score them and fold.
And then these are the embellishments that are going to make them uniquely yours.
Right, so you've got those small circular sentiments that you saw on the first page.
And then you have envelopes and a ribbon to do the tying. Well, let's see the finished result. Let's see, let me give you all of this.
Okay.
So here is the notelet package, and you can see there's that very pretty large pink ribbon. And this is nested between the outer and the inner 2 pieces. And then, here was that first foiled sheet. So this creates the pockets.
Right.
And then inside each of them, there are the cards that you decided how you want them.
I love that. And so you can put 4 on the right, 4 on the left. You've got the envelopes to go with it. This is such a nice gift for someone.
It is.
And a simple thing to make.
It is.
It is. It's a wonderful. Are you thinking of somebody you want to make it for?
My friend Susie just had a birthday.
Uh-oh, you just told her. So
oh dear, and she watches too.
And this is very simple to put together. I'm going to bring in the inner and outer panels for this piece. So here are 2 pieces that you didn't have to pop these out. They're just scored like this, ready to go. They are scored, like I just said, on the right and on the left around that border piece. This is going to be the outer, and this is going to be the inner piece. And there are words right here. I'm going to make sure that the words are up at the top, and you can see those score lines there, so it's going to be easy to fold. I'm going to turn this over. Might have to back out a little bit to see the big piece. And then this is going to get glued or taped right on the inside there. So I'm just going to use my stick, and I think it's kind of important to put some of that tape right next to those score lines, but you don't have to use too much. That's what I love about the My Stick. It's really quick, and it'll hold it nicely, a little bit on the outer edges. And then all I have to do is line up, and I would line up the center right where the score lines are, line up the top and bottom. You might see a little bit of white on the right and left edges of this, if I get this on without going askew, but that's sort of a little bit of give for when you fold it.
Yeah,
it sort of needs a little bit. So there it is in place. Since it's scored, real easy to just fold to the right and left. So that is the booklet with the words up at the top on the spine. Then I'm going to, I forgot the ribbon.
Don't forget the ribbon.
Don't forget the ribbon. And well, luckily I can pull this apart pretty easily, just right in that spot. I always do it backwards. Okay, so take your one piece of ribbon that comes with this nice wide satin ribbon, cut it in half. It recommends cutting the ends in a V. It says that it won't fray if you do that.
At an angle rather than a V.
At an angle.
Okay.
My goodness. Okay, wake
No
up.
problem.
There we go.
Get
So
that out
I've
of
got
your way.
the ends cut at an angle, and then I know that there is some tape in there, so I'm just going to stick it on that tape and then put that together. And I would have taped these on before I put that.
And you kind of
inner
want to
piece
line those
on.
up, don't you? Just so that they're
Right.
on opposites.
I put that about in the center so that hopefully it will line up pretty
Okay.
well. So there, now you've got that.
Now the pocket.
Now we're going to move on to those pockets. So here are the two pieces. The one that goes on the left will have this small tab here, and the one goes on the right, obviously opposite. And you're going to have that nice gold edge coming down this way. I've put Ultra Tape on the far outer edges of each one of those tabs, and they are scored, and let's see if you can see it better, scored in two places, here and here, so that you can fold back and then fold back again, so that it's almost going to make like a little box like that.
Right.
So each one is going to get folded back to make a channel like so, and this part will be taped onto the inside like that. So let me go ahead and fold each of these back, and I'll just do the left side. I won't worry about the right side for now, just so you can see what one of the pockets looks like. And then I'm going to remove the Ultra Tape.
And I think anytime you are doing printed surfaces next to each other, it's just a good idea to use something like the Ultra Tape. It's
Right.
super sticky. In fact, extra sticky is a name for it.
Right. So now I've got it that way, and when I line this up, I'm not going to put it on the edges of the book or at the fold. I've got about 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch away from each of those edges. When I set this down, just line it up, and that is my left pocket.
Ah.
Now when I pick this up, you can see that
It's
it's
just right
formed
there.
a pocket, and that was really simple. I also
And a beautiful look.
Right. Also, you can take the time to punch out these little holes.
Oh,
I did not
right.
do that, but when you do that, that's a really nice look too. And then
Yeah.
you just do the same with the right.
Okay.
And then you'll have a completed box.
And let me
like
bring
so.
in the cards just to show you. You saw them undecorated, so what we've done is to match the smaller artwork to the larger artwork, and then we've taken the option, you can do this if you want, to add the greeting. So this is someone special, and you can use that on the inside. In this case, we've left them blank, thinking that this is a gift that someone
Right.
could use. So the
Right.
vertical cards are all right here, so
Very
you can see
sweet.
very pretty.
And you can just
Just
put
for
those
you.
toppers on there, real simple. You can glue a
Love and
topper
best
on,
wishes.
you can foam tape one of those little circular sentiments. And there are some really wonderful sayings on there.
There are.
Some thank yous. So it's a really nice note set. I just wanted to comment
Uh-huh.
that these are not scored. You're going to have to go ahead and score these. So measure halfway in on the long end of the card. I used a ruler and just use a scoring tool. Go down that a couple of times, makes a nice crease.
You're using a bone folder.
A bone folder, and then just fold it, and you can use that bone folder to make a really nice crease, and you have your card ready to go. And then, like I said, here's this
On
one's
the
going to
back.
be like this. So pay attention to which direction the words are on the back
Before you decorate.
before you decorate the front.
If you care. The vertical or the horizontal cards that we've done look like this, so you can see again, just really playing off of the artwork. There's one, especially for you, is this one. There you go. And thinking of you.
I love the different colors, and you notice the toppers are
And
made
happy
to
birthday.
match the notelets, so
Yeah.
you can mix and match the flowers or match them up perfectly.
And then what happens is they take the envelopes. There are 8 envelopes, so we're going to do 4 on each side. Just pop them in and do that on each side. And
Yep.
you've got an absolutely lovely, lovely gift. So
They do fit in there, but we've kind of jumbled them a little bit.
okay, so there we go.
Anyway.
And then tie your bow so you've got it ready to go. Okay,
A really sweet gift.
We're going to move to the next, which
Okay.
is the
ribbon weave.
Birthday Treats Ribbon Weave Acetate Premium Card Kit. Got all that?
Okay, got it.
This, and again, this is going to have the instructions right inside and an example, but of course, we're going to give you more. And this becomes the card. So there's where you've got your foiling, you've got borders, you've got
Right.
these large images.
I'm going to mention, if we put these two card toppers side by side,
Okay.
you'll see two things about this. These images go together and these images go together. So you don't just take one of these and make this your card, because this is a lighter image that matches that. So use this one with that, use this one with that.
And it will make more sense when we show you some projects. So
Right.
we've got the pink and the blue and our kind of teal, and then
this
we've
is
got
great.
the blue and the purple.
Birthday cake. I love the birthday cake on there, and then nice
Cheers.
little beverage.
And then we get to the acetate. Now this isn't just acetate, it's also been foiled. So
I love that. And
isn't
it's
that-
scored,
let's see.
and it's punched with these nice little holes
Yeah.
so that you can weave the ribbon through there.
So we have
So
2 in roses and 2 in stripes, and then we have matching envelopes, and we have even more ribbons.
So they always include everything you need to complete that card.
And here is a finished card, and this really helps you see what's going on. So that acetate piece is being folded, and then the ribbon is woven through those holes
That's
that you
right.
talked about.
That's right.
And then the foiled pieces, and I have a feeling that you may have foiled pieces left over. Not sure about that, but you can see how that foiled acetate really adds not only the shine, but that see-through. So you've got
Right.
the frame,
Right.
and then you've got the image, and then you've got the lighter image on the inside where you can do your writing if you choose.
So isn't that great? And you were right about being extra pieces, because you're going to have, at the very least, you're going to have this frame left over,
Okay.
which would be great on a scrapbook page, framing a photo.
Or another card.
whatnot. And I've
Okay.
got the pieces
Good.
to create this right here. I've got a big piece of white cardstock, so hopefully you can see all of this better. So like I said, I picked 2 like images. You see that one is very faint and one is brighter. So this is the one you're going to see first. And I'm going to set those aside just for a minute so we can look at the acetate. When you see the acetate, let's see how you can, I wanted to make sure you can see the lines,
Yeah.
the printing, but you might be able to see it better on the gray to see the scoring. There's a score line here and here. You've got holes here on the left, and you've got holes here on the right. And you're going to do this so that the holes on the left of that score line, we
Line
want to
up.
keep them over on the right. Now, we're going to have to back up to show you the next bit. I need end to end so that I can show you to the right of that score line is a longer piece of acetate, and to the left over here is a shorter piece. This will be the front of your card, this will be the back. And when you fold this, both of these score lines are going to go over to the right.
So just fold it in half.
Fold it in half. There you go. And you've got that extra score line on the front of your card in that way. That's an important point, so that when you open your card, you've got that score line
Right.
to open it back to. And I'm going to go ahead and fold that back so that that'll be easy to work with. Okay, before we ribbon weave this together, we can go ahead and add our images, which I do want to do over here. So I'm going to choose the image that has the most detail, and I'm going to start by popping out this center piece. So you've got this large outer frame, which we'll use, and we've got that center piece, which we will also use, but we don't need this middle frame
At
here.
least not for this project.
Not
but
for
we
this
certainly won't
project.
throw it away,
Right.
will we?
You can use that elsewhere. So here, I'll give that to
Okay,
you.
thank you.
You can have that. And on the front of the card, we're going to start, so here's our card front. We're going to start with this frame. Really simply, I'm going to use the My Stick. You can also use Ultra Tape. This works pretty well. Just a little bit of tape, and I'm going to do this quickly.
And it looks like that perfectly matches the size of the front
It does.
of the card.
It
So
absolutely.
that's another.
This is going to sit on there just nicely.
Another
Put that
telltale.
right on the fold and on the edges. So now you've got that. Now the interesting thing is, or the important thing is, when you open this, you don't want to see the adhesive on the other side, but that's actually pretty well hidden. But given that you have this other frame, you can back that. That's the intention of that. So a little bit more tape. Just make sure you don't put any of the tape within that open area, that window, and place the frame right on this side as well.
So that makes a tidy inside.
Right, so that's front and back, and then you've got, that way when you open it, there, let me press that down, you've got silver on the front and on the inside. Now you've got this area, and all you have to do is add this piece. Now this is something that you have a choice to make. You can either put this on the front, just like so, so that when you open it up to the inside, you can remove this little frame from this one.
You want me to do that?
Sure. You can put that lighter image on the inside, or you can put this here.
Oh, and let it be just a window.
And let it be a window through the acetate. So that's the decision you get to make. I think that's kind of a nice idea too. I'm going to do this because the other cards that we've looked at, they did it the other way. They put it on the front of the card. But what I liked about this, and Hunkydory gives you that choice. I think I'll move away from there now. What I like about this is that once you've got it on there, and then I'll explain what I'm saying. Okay, we've got that in place on the inside. If I turn this over, then I can take that next piece that we popped out from that frame. I'm going to put tape on here. Putting it on the back of your card makes it so that the adhesive is hidden on the back as well, and you can write on the back.
Okay.
So
now
you've got it. Now you've got it that way, so you can do it either way. And then you take your ribbon and start weaving. And it does tell you how to do this. It suggests starting at the bottom, I believe, and threading through, and you're just going to start threading through up and down. And I'm going to kind of squeeze it into a point so that I can get it through that hole. And just start weaving backwards and forwards through your card.
And actually, if that were cut at an angle, that would make it a little easier too, I think.
Right. So
Okay, just in and out,
weave
in and
back
out.
and forth till you get to the top. Add a little ribbon with the extra at the top, and you have a finished card.
And again, here's the one with the roses. You use the stripe, and as you said, this one has the firmer message, or the more detailed message on the front.
Right.
The lighter one on the inside, thinking that you can write over that. I do have a second card right here.
And this one has a few jewel dazzles, but just to show you a couple of the examples of what those ribbon weave cards.
That looks
I like
pretty
the
on
little,
there, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
And then
Like the border
here's the
dazzle.
same version, but again covering that up on the inside with the second frame. And if you wanted to, you could just do a pattern paper there, or a piece of cardstock if that bothered you. So just beautifully done.
So different options.
Very, very, very nice.
And you'll be able to make 4 of these cards.
Right, the 4 colors that we saw. The dazzles that we added were the silver border right along that acetate edge, and then also the teal jewel onto this. We've got the little pops of shine in there.
And each of these are for birthdays. So you're going to get 4 of those. They're all for birthdays. So and it's just such a cute look. I love the silver foiling.
So at this point, we did 8 cards in the notelet and 4 cards here.
That's
so
right.
we're on our way.
Okay.
The last part of this kit is this, and this is the reveal card. It too has the instructions right there. This is called a bookmark reveal, but it could really just be a tag reveal, you know, however you wanted to play that. And this too will make 4 different cards.
Right.
And this is the artwork that you get. We'll back up just a little bit just so that you can see it.
So this is the color scheme that you're getting. You're getting it in different ways, but it's all with the blacks, the grays, the beautiful pinks, and just gorgeous artwork.
This is really very feminine. As you can see, the imagery is all feminine. And there's one, and there's another, kind of an Art Deco style.
Right, exactly. And when you construct these, you're just going to need 1 of these sheets to complete the entire card.
And they're going
the ribbon that
to pop out just so easily. Ribbon comes with all of these, and envelopes. envelopes came with all of them too.
Right,
So
that's right.
let me show you a finished one.
Okay.
And then Gail will show us how to do it. So
All right.
here it is. It is a little bit raised right here, and we need that because it's going to reveal the message inside. So today is your day to celebrate, your day to be to be the same, the star. I don't have my glasses on.
So let the ones you love all cheer and say how special you are.
Thanks for saving me there.
Plus you get
Okay.
that beautiful bookmark. If you pull
Yeah.
it out and look at the back as well.
Oh,
so it's got an image on
lovely.
the front and on the back, matching images that go with the cards.
This
It's
has been
just
foam
wonderful.
taped, although it didn't have to be. And this just slips right inside.
And that's really fun. And if we look at the back of the card,
Ah,
I love the lovingly handmade is right there, a place for you to write, and
and then you have an easel, and this easel has a little holder that slides down to hold it upright.
which are
so
always
it's going
fun
to stand.
because you know when someone gets a card, they're going to want to keep it on their desk or you know for a
Right.
little while to show off, you know, somebody loves me
Or at the counter, right.
and
So-
sent me something super special.
Okay, so this is have a fabulous day. And
Right.
so now you're going to show us how to do it.
I am. So here's one of the other images. I love those bright pinks with that gray. That's just gorgeous. The number one thing, the first thing you're going to do with this piece is pop this panel out and foam tape or glue this onto your bookmark.
Okay.
Because that's what you're going to see. And I'm going to sort of line the bottom of my bookmark up with this bottom edge, not the bottom of the tab, but the bottom edge of this, because I know once it's sitting there, it's sitting right about there, and I kind of want this lined up with that window. So let me just put a little glue on the back of that. And it's interesting that it's double-sided, but you're not going to see that part of it. I think the back of this is double-sided,
Right.
and why. So I'm just sort of lining it up with that and placing it on the center of that bookmark. That way, when it slides in, you'll see that window just right. Then there is ribbon, which you can slide through the top, make a little loop,
'Cause
and
there's
that
a hole
part,
right there.
right, that part
Okay.
will be finished. So now let's get back to this base. It is scored on the right, on the left, and on the bottom. And I've put ultra tape, and this is important. Ultra tape on the bottom front of this tab, and then when I turn this over, ultra tape on the outer edge of the two scored lines. There are two scored lines. Go to the right of that far scored line and put your ultra tape. You can just use little pieces if you like. I do that to make it easy for me. Ultra tape on the outer scored line of these two scored lines. And I'm going to start by, let's see, folding these back. When I fold this back, this entire piece gets folded back that way, and then it gets folded back again this way. It makes it so that it will stand up like so.
And that's why you need the tape there.
That's why you need the tape there. So again, fold this way, fold that way.
And again, a bone folder would make those nice and crisp.
Right. And so there we go. Now we've got a channel that looks like this. So this will be the front. Here's our channel. On the bottom, I'm going to do it a little differently. Fold it in this way, and then fold it all the way in. So continue to do 2 mountain folds on that bottom
So
piece.
the thing is to see the tape on all 3 of those pieces.
Right. So speaking of tape, I'm going to go ahead and remove this. 1, 2, 3 pieces. Let's see, I got them started so to make it easy. There and there. So now that's all exposed and ready to place on the base. So here's the base. I'm going to make sure the words for that window are on the front. Here's the back. And when I place this, okay. It's going to go this way, but I want to make sure that little channel, because that's going to hold our bookmark sitting right there, is on the bottom. Line that up with the bottom and center these on your base. So you can look through that window there. Make sure the bottom edge is pretty straight. And place it down. Make sure I'm going to push in the bottom. I'm pushing in the bottom to make sure it's even with that bottom edge. And then I can press these in place. And now I have a pocket
Ta-da.
for the reveal, and that's where this will go. Once that's done, and I'll have that ribbon on top, see how nicely that looks through the window? That can pull out like so. And there are also these border pieces. You can separate those.
Oh,
you can foam
pretty.
tape or glue them to the right and left. That makes a nice,
That's a nice
look.
finishing.
Right. And on the back, I've got the easel. Just make sure that that lower piece on the easel is here flat on the bottom. And I've got, here's the score line right here. So if that's the score line, I want my ultra tape or extra sticky tape right there on the left of that score line, just little pieces above and below this little mechanism, okay? Then I just line the bottom of this up with the bottom of the card, place it so that that easel is centered. Oh, I sort of missed. There we go.
Even with the bottom edge.
Even with the bottom edge, that's taped on there, and it's ready to fold up.
And as
so
you
don't glue this down,
Right.
and don't glue that down.
And as
there
you can
go.
see, the coloring all blends together. It does
Right.
a nice job of
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
And there we go.
Okay, that was one, and here's the first one that I showed you.
Right.
And we have yet another one to
So
show
that's
you.
three
you've
different
got
looks, and there are
three of the
actually
four.
Right.
And I love this. I think this is, and again, it's on your special day,
Ta-da.
and you just pull
These are
that
great.
out. Yeah.
Great
So
fun.
Just lovely.
It's going to make somebody feel really special to get some, like, gosh, how much would you pay for a card with all of that foiling in the store?
Now we did add some black jewel border dazzles right along the edge there, so
Right.
that's adding a little bit.
And
you
some
could-
jewel dazzles
Yeah.
on your special day.
And it's actually nice because the dazzles have the same silver foiling that is on the Hunkydory art.
So these are not just for birthdays. These are like for special days, and it says that
Yeah.
fabulous day on your special day. So different events.
Now there will be some extra pieces, so we thought it might be fun just to give you an idea of what to do with them. So there is one of those circles. We've done some stamping.
It's actually, that oval comes from popping out that frame from here. Put that around that. I love
Right.
that. And there's
And-
some border pieces, strips left.
And we did some stamping there, and we did use some of the glitter embossing powder. This is from the Thank You stamp set. Very, very popular set.
Right.
And added some jewel dazzles. These happen to be the teal ones.
Right.
And
I think that's the Calypso glitter embossing powder.
Okay.
So that's a really sweet look.
so there you go. So we're saying you're going to make, let's see, 8 and 8, 16 cards, but you're going to be able to make more than that.
Sure.
But more importantly, you're going to be able to make some really fun differences along with that little notelet.
Right. So ribbon weave cards, bookmark reveal cards, notelet gift box, really, with all of those beautiful notelet cards, all from one concept card
Yeah,
kit.
very, very, very good. Now, please join us tomorrow. We're going to have more new things from Hunkydory and some fun techniques to share with
They
you.
are fun tomorrow. See you then.